Okay, so let's see here. That's the citizens. Oh, that's right. If I make, yeah, you know what? If I help him, I should be able to. Yeah, if I make another fatigue medicine, I can give it to him. And he can be fine. Ah, the pillar. Dorothy Crane. Unknown district. Serious. Ah, the West End. Reach the pharmacy. There we go. Ah, I see. So let's see if we can go over here now. I'm level 8 now. I should be able to do it. Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Wait. The music is a little bit louder than I would like it to be. Alright, I think that's better. To some extent. So let's see. Our new abilities, right? So L2 gives us a shadow veil. 245 stamina used per second while standing still. 5 stamina when walking. Okay, and R2 gives me that ultimate jump, I guess. So I would have to... Standing forward, I would have to make a left and keep going down that way. Yeah, it looks like it.
Oi! You listening? Don't come no closer.
Yeah, what if I do? Here we go. Okay, yeah. I go this way. Looks like I can go this way too, right? A rogue skull. Perfume bottle. Maybe I can avoid him? Alright, if I hit, let's see, no, zoom in. Yeah, if I keep going straight, I should reach this. Okay. He's weaker. No, he's more resistant to blood attacks. I don't want to alert both of them. Well, too late for that. Oh. God damn it. Man, I'm getting fucked right now. Damn. There we go. There. Wow. That was a tough fight, man. Dr. Strickland's list. Lacrim pavaris, medical opium, sodium hypochlorite, and potassium permanganate, whatever it's fucking called.
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move.
Well, that's nice. I'm glad I almost got killed by this guy. Uh-oh. Looks like I need to go back. Is this where I came? I don't remember. Let's see. I think this is where I went last time. I have to double check. Ah! I'm back over here. Why did that happen? That's so weird.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Alright, so you know what? This is bringing me to the west end. Let's go back this way. I'll see if I can kill that other guy. I think that guy was a level 11, right? There we go. Oh. Nice. Proven executioner. Ooh. Yeah, I should stay away from those guys for sure. A large knife. Ooh. A bandit's knife from Dark Souls. A large and beautiful knife with a name engraved on the blade. Can I see it? No.
This must be Clay Cox's knife. A fine blade. No wonder he wants it back.
Too bad he won't be getting it back. Join the ranks. Okay, he wants it back, but he's dead. So what's the point? What's the point of this quest item then? All right. Well, somebody died here. And those guys I killed didn't come back either. It's good to know. More bodies.
It's locked.
Tis locked, sir.
Pembroke is so lucky to have Dr. Reed, you know. I met him in New York once.
If only there were more of us, with less resignation and more determination.
I know I can count on you. I wish I could say the same for the others.
You look exhausted. You're pushing yourself.
Good evening,
too
Milton.
hard.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples, just like you, come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Admit it. Nurse Hawkins is more than your lover. She's also your partner in crime.
Of course she is. How else could I tell which bed is free? I need to know that.
Have you no shame?
Don't you see this city is crumbling down? Today people are ready to pay to get a hospital bed. Tomorrow we may be fighting for food.
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realized I could make a fortune.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Oh, yes. Sure. Did I need this? I didn't. Yeah, I'll buy this.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
I cannot enter.
Damn. The pain. Here again.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
I located the shop, but it was vandalized, and the owner is missing. All I found was your order.
I was afraid of such bad news. People are so desperate they're ready to burgle a shop for drugs.
That's quite a list you ordered. Opium, sodium hypochlorite. It can't be just headaches you're trying to cure.
This dreadful influenza, of course. I already ran some tests on hopeless cases. Without success, I must admit.
Do you realize you could create a lethal poison without the correct dosage? Then there are the legal ramifications.
Is this not true of any medical substance, Dr. Reed? However, if you would agree to improve it, I'd be glad to accept your help.
As long as you promise to be scrupulous with your experiments, I may try to gather these substances, and even help improve upon the mixture.
That's all I'm asking for, Dr. Reed. That's all I'm asking.
I want to know about these secret tests you run, and if they can save people from this epidemic. Speak to me now, Thoreau.
I know I may sound presumptuous, but I'm just following your steps, Dr. Reed. I'm casting away the shadows of ignorance by daring to face them.
Self-confidence is essential in our line of work, my young colleague, but only if tempered with the correct amount of cynicism.
But you never doubt yourself, Dr. Reed. I've read all your articles and books. You performed the most daring research during the war.
You can't be serious. You have to stop this before you lose yourself. Lives are at stake here, remember?
I'm a competent doctor, and my value has been proven already. Frankly, I'm disappointed to hear you, above all, speaking so ill of me.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
There's another hint I'm missing. Maybe I need to speak to Harvey Fiddick.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. I can't let Strickland put his patients at risk with opium. Perhaps an adjusted formula will deliver more of a placebo effect.
Oh, Harvey Fiddick. There we go.
Children, Helen.
I didn't speak to him yet, I don't
As for
think.
me, what a blundering idiot.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Yes.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
Oh.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Wow, that sucks.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
Yeah, I suppose that is a good thing.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Interesting. Harvey's wife died during the war. Harvey blaming himself for his injuries is another hint I did not do yet. But I can mesmerize him, it seems. It's not worth it to do that, though.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky, I guess.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, what a bloody idiot.
Bring 1 unit of sodium to your medical desk. Bring 1 unit of potassium permanent to your medical desk. Bring 6 units of for. I already have this, though.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Reads me like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
Alright, let's go to the desk and do this stupid formula. What's over here? Oh, this goes to the exit, that's right. That's right, I'm taking all your drugs. Fuck you. Salicing? Huh? Someone's in my room? Oh no, no, I see, no, this is the mission. Gather the ingredients and formulate their medication. What formula am I doing now? Missing ingredients. One unit of sodium hypochlorite. Potassium permanganate. And 6 units of... But I already have this, don't I? Let's see, hold on a minute. Yeah, okay. This. How many did I need of potassium permanganate? I needed 2 of these, I believe. 1 unit, and 1 unit, so that, and that. But again, what am I making here? It's not popping up. I'm not entirely sure what I need to do.
The flower's dying.
Oh,
It needs
this! Oh!
Strickland's
the
project
placebo.
could be dangerous. I have a mind to report him to Dr. Ackroyd.
Well, perhaps, but I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Choose what to do about throwing Strickland. Fuck it, I'll give the medicine to him, why not? Yes! Alright, let's see. He was over here, I believe. I don't want you. Get the fuck out of here. There.
I will not let you down, my...
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
I have managed to improve the mixture by diluting it. Have you ever heard of Sir Joseph Francis Olive, or the placebo effect?
No, I don't think so. Why?
A placebo is a substance or procedure that has no actual physical effect.
You made a placebo of my project. Why?
Research has established that a placebo, as long as the subject believes in the effect, can provoke a positive physiological reaction.
Really? That's fascinating. And you want me to, what, administer the placebo and see what occurs?
Something like that, yes.
Well, I'm a bit surprised, but I trust you, Dr. Reed. Please take the key to my cabinet and put this placebo there for future use.
Okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
This isn't it. It's upstairs?
I will not let you
Oh,
down,
come
my
on.
boy.
Ah, that's crud. Alright. So this is at an era where the placebo effect was not... what's what I'm looking for. Is this it? No, it was not actually published.
At least Strickland can't kill anyone with this formula. It's locked, all right.
But doesn't mean I can't look around in his office, though. Pembroke Hospital, 14th of October. Dear Dr. Swansea, despite the actual urgency of the sanitary situation, I must inform you of the recent case of professional misconduct inside the Pembroke nurse. inside the Pembroke. Nurse Gwyneth Barron has been found guilty of undeniable, unprofessional conduct, and thus guilty of endangering a patient. Under no circumstances should a nurse diagnose and establish a prescription without at least informing the referring doctor about her condition, or conclusion rather. You know me, Edgar. I'm not against personal initiative when it is for the interest of all, especially during crises like this one that we're facing. But we cannot allow a nurse to perform a diagnosis and decide on a procedure to apply to a patient. The fact that said patient survived is no attenuating circumstance. It just means we dodged a bullet this time. I demand the strictest authorities on this matter. Weird.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
No! Mr. Goswick's medical file. H23, Ackroyd, Convalescence, 27th October. To be continued. Or to be determined, rather. Sorry, oh my god. Damn, you know how you yawn and get like water in your eyes? That's exactly what just happened to me right now, shit. Alright, let me, okay. The patient shows many signs of extreme fatigue and major sores on the throat, mouth, and tongue, but no signs of flu. Refuses to speak, claims it is too painful, needs rest and healing of the throat mucous membrane before any decision can be made. Needs rest and, okay, and decision can be made determining his release. Okay. I guess it's about time we continue the main story, right? Clearly not here. More codeine, oh boy. Let's just chug that codeine right in my mouth, yum. The fuck? Oh.
Please, Jonathan, come in.
You're coming! Just show me those dick. Oh, wait,
Fascinating,
no.
is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
I'm a living paradox. That's exactly what I would consider.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
Do I...
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Interesting. What's in here? Letter of Rakesh Shanadana. Oh yeah, that guy, remember? Pembroke, 4th July. Dr. Swanza, I will be glad to manage the temporary morgue as soon as it opened. As I have already told you, I was a doctor during the war and I will be glad to serve my country again. I know it's not the same being a physician for the dead as it is for the living, but I believe it is important to welcome and take good care of our departed too. Rest assured I will do my best to fully perform this new duty to the best of my ability. Considering the question of my qualifications, I'm sorry I can't give you anything more valuable than my parole. I swear to you that my regiment made me a doctor during the war, and that I've saved many lives. If my word is not enough, you can contact the military administration to verify my experience and skills. They will confirm that even if I never followed any medical studies, the war taught me what a doctor really needs to know. Sincerely, former Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Interesting. New hint available. Wait, what? Oh, I thought I saw something here. Warning letter. Uh-oh. 25th of October. I must inform you my deepest reservations concerning Dr. Thorlin Strickland and Harvey Fittick's case. Mr. Fittick has been hospitalized after severe work injury. He may permanently lose the use of his arm if not treated adequately. Strickland claims that a surgical procedure may save the man's arm completely. I say it may also severe its functions for good if complications arise. Our young colleague is an audacious and daring surgeon who might prove a great professional in a few years, but for now lacks the skills to perform such a risky procedure. Need I remind you of the mistakes he made in the past? Since Dr. Strickland refuses to listen to me, I strongly advise you to forbid him to perform such a hazardous experiment. Ah, the final tip or hint for him. I guess we're gonna have to persuade him not to do any more bullshit. What's this? New collectible, rare species of vampires. Oh, here we go. As a scholar as exegete, oh my god, I really need to start brushing up on $2 words, man. Sometimes I can't pronounce these words when I should. Exegete? I don't know how to pronounce that word. I apologize. I'm really dumb. Of ancestral writings, I would never insist enough about the importance of taking legends. I swear this text is small for some reason. And ancient folklores into account when researching for hints about hidden or lost secrets. A common mistake is to take what we know for an established truth and use it to discard any contradictory material. For example, we must consider the possibility of undiscovered species of vampires and the necessity to rethink what we see as the established truth about the various types of immortals, based on what we know and what we gather through time. For how many centuries did we consider that vampire was the vernacular term for what we had learned to call Akon? I've never heard of Ekon before. Maybe I'm not really as lore in depth with the vampire than I thought, but Ekon never really came up from what I know. Because I actually have a keen interest in the vampire lore and all the stories about vampires. I always liked it. Always chose vampire if there was an ability to become one, like in Skyrim or whatever. Oblivion had terrible vampire stuff. I hate it. I could never enjoy it like I did with Skyrim. Alright. Until the day 4 explorers of the Brotherhood found proof in Siberia that Vulcods were a lupine type of vampire. We consider these creatures to be linked to a mythological werewolf. Now we know it is not true. What about the rest? What about the Rakshasa? Oh my god, I don't even know how to pronounce that. From my homeland. What about the Chinese Yangshi or the Pushin of southern Chile? Wow. And without leaving the beautiful Great Britain, what about the stories about bat-shaped women, especially seen flying around St. James Church in Louth? What about the creature only identified as a disaster in some obscure testimonies, which tries to destroy London in 1666 by spreading plague all around the city? What about the Nimrod? Huh, okay. The mythical figure of the restless vampire hunter, sometimes described by ancestral British econs as a legendary huntsman who only feeds on his prey's blood and could go unnoticed among the mortals and immortals. Okay. I tell you, my brothers, we never can be too sure about what we could find. If only we could forget for a few minutes what we're supposed to already know. From Unveiling the Night by Usher Taltre Primate of St. Paul. Oh my god. I like to apologize, guys. I'm not nearly as versed as I'm not really as educated in these type of words, so as I would like to be. And the fact that I can't read some of these words kind of makes me feel stupid. I hate to be honest, but it's true. This is locked. Let me take this. Let me take this because I can. I don't give a fuck.
And I thought last time this epidemic was
She could be a vampire for all I know. Oh wait, that is the vampire!
Dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough.
Yeah, that is a vampire they saved us earlier, right?
Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Oh, yeah, right.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp. The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
So it seems our Dr. Swansea does indeed have a fascination for creatures of our constitution.
Dr. Swansea is a remarkable man. Dedicated, one might say, obstinate? He spent years compiling our bestiary.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
I'm here to help you, sure.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Isn't that how it all starts? First they blackmail you and extort you for money, then they increase the money and increase it further, and again, and again. Especially if you're rich.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
Excuse my impertinence, your ladyship. This is not an interrogation. I assure you that this line of questioning is in your best interest.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
A rat in the hospital. Talk to Harriet. Yeah, the question is, can I actually pull this off? Where is she? She's in the other room, okay. Ah, in here, now it's open. Ah. So that's Harriet. What's this? Shop Hole. Royal Gardens Hall Theater. Clyde Fitch presents Doris Fletcher. Shopfo? Shopfo, maybe? Or Shop... Oh, I think it's Shopfo. I think it's supposed to be a F. Small bag of junk. Nice. I've always wanted a small bag of junk. Now I got one. Uh-oh. Here we go. How's this gonna go?
What? What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
Oh, wow! Oh.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
Find Nurse Pippin Hawkins, Dorothy Crane, and Gwyneth Barangan. Oh my god, what is this? She's calling them sluts. Actually, the only one I could think would be appropriate would be Pippa Hawkins. Oh, here we go.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Yeah. Let's go outside. I think this is the closest one, right? Wait a minute. Oh, there she is.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
What?
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
Ooh.
Milton cheats patients out of their money at this hospital, Pippa. Are you his accomplice?
Yes, I am.
Is this your definition of being useful? By abusing the sick and poor?
No. It is my definition of getting out of this useless life once and for all.
Why do you do it?
Why not? Most of the sick who paid for a bed are already dead, or will be soon. Don't you see the futility of all this?
You put a price on hope. This goes against everything you swore to uphold as a nurse.
Report me then, Dr. Reed. Report the little nurse and keep on lying about the surgical errors, the wrong dosages and diagnostics that we all covered for the sake of our colleagues.
Wow.
Whose idea was it?
What difference does it make? We did it together, and I'm guilty as charged.
Answer my question.
It was my idea first, even though Milton would say it was his, to protect me.
Huh. Well, she's a lost cause.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
She has something useful to say. Okay, so where's the other moron? Find nurse. The hell's nurse? Oh, there she is.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
According to the report I read, your unprofessional conduct put a patient in danger, Gwyneth.
That's not true. I know when my patient's life is at risk, and I'm more competent than a lot of doctors that I know. Problem is, I'm a woman.
I don't see what your gender has to do with your abilities, nurse.
Yes, nurse. Because I'll never be a doctor, no matter what my skills. I could make a decision that could save a life, but oh no, that's unbecoming conduct.
I understand your frustration. During the war, I saw the skill and courage of the nurses on duty. But this is neither the time nor the place to start a revolution.
To have the right to study shouldn't be determined by sex, skin, or wealth. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I agree with her.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
She's lying. I can tell that right now.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Wow.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Dorothy Crane. Why is she down here?
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals, or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
As I expected. Even though she claims she doesn't know anything, I still thought she was lying. But this is interesting. Rat blood is not as potent or as tasty as human source, but will partially refill your blood bar. Of course not. It's just like in Interview with a Vampire, where fucking Lestat, I think, and what's his face was draining rat blood into a goblet. They did it because they didn't want to attack humans. It wasn't particularly what they wanted, or at least one of them didn't want that, but... Healthy. Interesting. Locked. This might be the way to come back out. Oh! Vampires. That's great. Exactly what I needed. 1500. I can evolve again. Potassium. More codeine. I think I have more codeine than I ever need in my life. Just look. Where is it? Treatments. Well, that's not what I... No, that's not it. What the hell? How much do I have for codeine? 46 of these. Oh, 14 codeines. I actually have more of this than I will ever need. Oh, okay. Now, this definitely feels like Thief. I was going through the sewers all the time in that game. Blood. Uh-oh. Is that guy a vampire? You know there's gonna be another boss fight.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Of course he has. Can't you hear those cries? Oh, he's level 6. I'm level 8. He shouldn't be a problem.
I don't want to die here. I want to see the sky.
See?
Fresh air.
Oh, yes. Wow! Okay, that was a mistake. I should have killed that guy first. That other guy was high level. I didn't know that guy was gonna teleport up there just to kill me. We are no longer part of the circle of life and death. We are undead, my friend, and so we are outcasts. Well, actually, I had low health anyway, so I probably could have beaten him if I had full health, too. So it's just the it's just how it is.